Hey guys, I hope you're all doing really well. Today I'm so excited because I'm going to be kicking off my contribution to the group collaboration that was started by jholmie. This is A Cruelty-Free 2019. So Jess is a cruelty-free vegan content creator here on YouTube. Her channel is called jholmie, and I will actually link her introduction to what this group collaboration is up in the cards so you can see all about this project. I'm so excited that she asked me to participate in this, so thank you so much, Jess, for asking me to be a part of this. And I'm so honored because there's so many amazing content creators that are a part of this. So I will leave everyone's channel down in my description box, and I'm so excited to share with you guys the first subject that we're talking about for this collaboration. The first subject that Jess actually spearheaded, she's the leader for this month. The first subject that we're talking about is our cruelty-free tips. There's going to be a playlist linked down in the description box, which is a community playlist that we're all going to be adding our videos to every single month. So definitely head down to that link and check out everyone's cruelty-free tips for this month. Next month, we're gonna have a completely different subject, and I have no idea where the next 6 months are gonna go in terms of the cruelty-free content that we're all gonna be sharing, but I'm so excited for that, and I hope that you guys are too. So definitely check out everyone else's channels, check out that playlist, and you have to watch Jess's introduction to this group collaboration. So yeah, I'm so excited to share with you guys my cruelty-free tips. I just really wanna hop into it because I'm really excited. Yeah, so let's just go for it. Let's just hop right into it. My very first tip is something that you're actually actively doing right now, and it's something that you have to do throughout your process, whether you are just considering going cruelty-free or something that you are just curious about, or something that you are part of, and it is something that you're doing right now, and that is research. Research is so crucial so that you can understand what brands are cruelty-free, what it means to be cruelty-free, the kinds of statements that brands do make on their websites or on their packaging that can be deceiving to make you feel like they are cruelty-free, and research is just so critical. So I personally follow a ton of different hashtags on Instagram, like cruelty-free beauty, cruelty-free, and that kind of stuff, so that I can just constantly see posts come up in my feed that are about cruelty-free products and brands. But I also follow so many different cruelty-free content creators here on YouTube as well, and I love to check out the resource online called Logical Harmony. That's a blog that's all about what it means to be cruelty-free and just all about the different brands that are cruelty-free, and it lets you know brands that are not cruelty-free as well. Like Tashina and Justin have done so much work to really make it easy for us to understand who and what is cruelty-free, but you have to be constantly doing your own research and just familiarizing yourself with everything that is going on within the community, because brands do change their status from time to time, and sometimes for the worse, sometimes for the better. And there are so many unfortunate like little loopholes that brands can make as well, and just in the logos that they use, or the content, or not the content, but the wording that they use on their packaging. There's so many ways that brands can be deceptive, and so it's so important that you're constantly researching what it really does mean to be cruelty-free. I think that a big part of being cruelty-free is still like a personal journey, and that is actually my second note that I want to talk about, or my second tip, and that is remember that your journey to being cruelty-free is entirely personal. So yes, everything about your journey to cruelty-free and your actual experience with being cruelty-free is entirely personal. And I know that some people will suggest that you just get rid of everything that you own that's not cruelty-free when you decide to make that change, because that way you can just separate it all out and start over, feel fresh. Some people will say that you should separate everything out and understand what is cruelty-free in your collection and what is not cruelty-free in your collection. And some people will say, just don't make any changes, use what you have, and just make sure that as you purchase new things, that they are cruelty-free brands. And everything is valid. There is no right or wrong to how you decide to become cruelty-free. I personally decided to Project Pan because I wanted to use the products that I had that were not cruelty-free as kind of like market research. I really wanted to put them to the test and figure out what I liked and what I didn't like about specific products in my collection, the things that were not cruelty-free, I really wanted to use them and love them while I had them. I had already spent that money, so that vote was already made. That support was already made, unfortunately. So it's not like putting it in the landfill, putting it in the garbage made sense for me because I had already spent the money, and with my personal lifestyle, I don't like to just toss things. I don't personally want to just get rid of things, especially if they are products that were still good and usable and things I didn't necessarily want to declutter. Like, I still enjoyed them, and to see what I liked about formulas, what I liked about textures, what I liked about the tone, what I liked about the packaging, all those kinds of things, so that in purchasing in the future, I knew what to look for in the cruelty-free alternatives to the products that I had. And I think that that is a really good way, at least for my personal collection, it was a really good way for me to transition things out, to prioritize them in project panning, and to really learn from the product itself and not from the brand name that was on the bottle. That way I was able to really pinpoint what it is that I do like and I don't like about certain products in my collection, which has in turn just made me a little bit more of a conscious consumer. I'm really going to research what I want to support and what I want to own within my own collection. So in saying that it is a journey, of course you might make mistakes along the way, and that is kind of like my third tip. It's more food for thought, but there's nothing wrong with making mistakes. And over time, of course, you're going to make fewer and fewer of them. Over time, you're going to be much more analytical in your purchasing, I believe. At least I know I have, but you can make mistakes right from the get-go, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with making mistakes. It's just that you have to learn from them. In doing research, which was my first tip, in doing my research, I was able to really learn what brands are and are not cruelty-free. And so I did make purchases from brands that were not cruelty-free, and I really did beat myself up about it. I felt really guilty. I felt like maybe being cruelty-free wasn't for me, or it didn't make sense, or the limitations were just too much. But realistically, those mistakes really taught me how to do my research and what resources to go to and who to trust and who to believe. And I was able to really fine-tune what it was that I wanted for my makeup collection in making those mistakes, and what brands I wanted to support in making those mistakes. And it actually ended up being a really positive thing. It wasn't discouraging to make mistakes. Instead, it was a real eye-opener that sometimes logos on packaging, or like the little bunny symbols on packaging, they're just there because the terminology and those like little bunnies are not regulated. And so I really needed to take a step back and continue to research, and to maybe take a break from over shopping. And that's where project panning really was a great thing for me as well. So don't beat yourself up about mistakes. Mistakes happen, slip-ups happen. It happens with any sort of habit that you're trying to change in your life, and there's nothing wrong with that. So there is absolutely nothing wrong with making a mistake. It's just a matter of how you learn from it and where you go from there. And I think that that is totally okay. There's nothing wrong with having a slip up or accidental purchases or anything like that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. You just need to learn from that mistake. And my final tip is to enjoy the process. So no matter how you decide to go about becoming cruelty-free, enjoy the process of doing so. Enjoy the process of doing research. Enjoy the process of finding cruelty-free content creators. Enjoy the process of doing research, watching dupes videos. That was a really fun way for me to see what was out there in terms of cruelty-free products. Enjoy the process of learning about new brands. Enjoy the entire process. I don't think that you need to beat yourself up about anything, whether it's a previous purchase or it's a purchase you make today. Don't beat yourself up about it. Enjoy it, use it as a learning experience, and just enjoy what you already own and work your way through it if that's something that works for you. But enjoy that thing while you have it, because you already spent that money. Or enjoy, I don't know, everything about it. I find that it's so much fun. It's like one of my hobbies is learning about cruelty-free beauty now, and just getting myself involved in learning about new brands or seeing what things are out there, and going from cruelty-free beauty, makeup, and like body care has now evolved into like every aspect of my life becoming something that's cruelty free. So whether that is my like household items, like my laundry detergent, my hand soap, I find it just so much fun to learn about brands, what they stand for, their ethical values. And I'm slowly gonna try to phase that into even like my clothing. And I think that the process never really ends. The process definitely just keeps evolving. And I think you just need to go with it, enjoy it, and just always keep learning. Keep an open mind, keep learning. I have to cut myself off. I'm getting really rambly with all of my explanations of my tips, but those are like the 4 main tips that I have for you guys for going or remaining cruelty free. And basically they're so open-ended. It really is a personal journey. I hope that you understand that it shouldn't be something that's rigid or scary or daunting. It just is something that it becomes a lot of fun. It really does become a lot of fun, and you become a part of this amazing community if you choose to. And it's so cool. So I hope that whether you're considering going cruelty free or you already are cruelty free, maybe you learned something from this video, or maybe you just saw a little bit of your own journey within this. So I hope that you enjoyed hearing all of my reflections. If you have anything to add to this, definitely leave that down in the comment section down below. And if you want to learn more about cruelty-free tips in general, definitely check out the playlist, check out everyone else's video in this group collaboration. I'm so excited for A Cruelty-Free 2019, and I hope that you are too. Thank you guys so much for watching and hanging out with me. I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.